Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, what did I just say? 12th. I just wrote it down. If you're new to my channel, head down that way, hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you. Like my videos. Thank you. Anyways, so that's what I always say. So anyways, welcome to Sew Sunday, the day where we spend some time sewing. Why? Because we have time to sew. Yes, you could make yourself some time to sew on a Sunday or any other day of the week. But Sundays is the most laziest day of the week, so why not sew on a Sunday? Hi, Kim. Hi, Lynette. Or Lynetta. And Jim and Lisa and June. Yeah, I got to plug this in still. I was like trying to get this going at the same exact time. So let me plug this back. What I was trying to do. So it is very hot today where I live. It's 117 degrees. So if I'm wearing a tank top, just know it's because it's hot, and it's even though the temperature in the house is cooler, 79, it's still, because it's so hot outside, the AC has to kick on so often. I'm sweating my bum off here. So I'm not going to wear anything but tank tops probably throughout the rest of the heat of the summer. Just letting you know in advance that I'm not going to put anything fancy on, because I will be soaking myself sweaty in here. And it doesn't help. My medicine makes me sweat more than normal. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Oh, man, a lot went through again. Let's see. Where were we? Kim said, okay. We got hi, Leanne, Linda. Hi, Gwen, Marlene. Mary is here. Joe. Patty C. Do my real job, but you can keep me company. Let's see. BJ's here. All right. So today's subject and or thing that I'm doing today, and since you can see right here in front of me, there's no project. Oh, that's because we're going to make one. Today, hi, Vicky, is about paper, utilizing paper. And you're like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about paper. Paper. Here is a voter education guide. We don't need any more because we educated ourselves, but it is paper, right? It's newspaper. Here is a phone book for my area. I don't really need the top part, but it is paper. Very thin. You could utilize it. Paper. Today is about utilizing paper. Why? Because paper works, and it helps with paper piecing-y type stuff. So today is paper piecing, utilizing any paper. You can do a magazine. Magazines are really messy if you decide you want to use white fabric. So I don't really suggest magazine. And I know newspaper is kind of magazine-ish, but it's not as print-wise. Like fresh magazine is probably not the best to use, especially when you're using an iron or any kind of steam or anything, which I don't really use steam with paper, but you can. But we're going to use this paper, and we are going to make some blocks with paper because we need to utilize it instead of it going into the recycle bin in full like this. We're going to chop things up and have paper. We're going to utilize it. You like it? I'm crazy, right? All right, let's see who else is here before I show you guys how I make use of my paper. How many times can I say paper in one Sew Sunday episode, huh? All right. Sarah's here. The other June. Beverly. Fran. I look cool. I am hot. Like, I got us ladies know there is a man here, but us ladies know boob sweat. Whew. Let me tell you, it's hot, and every time I stand up, I'm afraid you guys are going to see it, so I have to keep pulling my shirt down so it's not against my skin, collecting all my boob sweat. Because it's not that it's embarrassing, it's just weird to be covered in sweat. Let's see, Diane is here. I'm missing a names. Where else? It's still scrolling. I had to go back up a little. I said hi to Beverly and Fran. Hi, Faith. Let's let's see, what other names? Judy is here. Boob sweat is the worst. It is here because it's 117, but it's not sticky sweat because there's no humidity here. I mean, there is. It's probably like 5%. I don't think it's whatever. it's no more than 15. I can tell you that, really, unless there's monsoon happening, which there's not. So not much humidity, but let me tell you, it's not sticky, which is good. So if you sweat in your armpits and stuff and you go like this, it's not sticky and you don't have to get in the shower and then re-sweat again just to get in the shower again. So that's a positive about where I live. I have the fan on, so I'm just suffering from, I was just outside and yeah, so my hair is even wet. So today we're going to work with paper. Again, I don't need the front page and you don't even need the back page of phone books because that could just go and recycle. We're going to work with paper though. I'm going to start with the phone book. Best thing to do, and let me turn this so that I can watch comments. When you want to make blocks, hello June, is I'm going to start by tearing out a ton of pieces at a time. They should come out really nicely. And for all of you strong musclers out there who can rip a book, go ahead and do it. I cannot rip it all at once. I'm just going to tear out a couple at a time. That way they stay stacked nicely. And trust me, I will utilize every last piece of paper from this phone book because I make sure that I use every piece I possibly can from the white and yellow pages. So I'm going to start with the phone book because I really don't need to use the voter education guide just yet. But I'm just going to tear this up so that I don't have the glue thing and I can get every bit of paper possible from all this. So I'm just going to tear off this now. That way I don't have to worry about it in a few minutes when I go to trim everything. So for those of you who are new to quilting, we're going to also start, you can use whatever size phone book. We don't have big phone books here in our area. We probably do, but we don't get them. This is if I just measure the page, technically it is an 8-inch page by 10-inch page, but I'm not going to get 8 by 10 inches. I'm going to get a 7.5-inch square out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a ruler. So this is my 8.5-inch ruler, and I'm going to line it up on the 7.5 here and the 7.5 down here. And I'm going to grab my special rotary cutter that is for paper only, which I keep up here at the top on my thing. This is my paper only rotary cutter because I don't want to use another blade on something other than paper. You know what I mean? So I just keep one specifically for paper. I'm going to line up my 7.5 inches because that's the size that my blocks are. Probably not going to be exactly 7.5, but I'm just going to cut my papers 7.5 inches. And I'm going to cut through all these layers, hopefully be able to. So this paper can just go and recycle because I don't need that part. And then this top piece we're going to cut off. And I don't need that, which was the fold of the phone book. Don't need it. So now I have one stack of 7.5-inch papers. I'm going to go through, and only because I don't know what size I'm going to make out of this, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up all of my paper. And since everything is already lined up because I tore it all out in stacks, every cut should end up the same. I shouldn't have to realign anything. Now they're separated though, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop up my whole phone book. So see, they're all still stuck together. They're not going anywhere. They're nice, and if you want to make sure that they're perfectly nice, you can just stack them like that. They're even clinging on to this, my ruler. So today we are working with paper, and I'm going to show you different things you can make with paper. So we're just going to cut it all up first, though. And then we'll go. And then I'll look at the chat also, or at least attempt to. Refresh 3 times. She's frozen. Is everyone else getting it? No, I'm fine. 1:15 here. Off the stack got messed up. Take a cotton t-shirt and fold it and place it under bra. I don't even wear bras. I probably own 2 bras. I have some, I'm not a bra person. I don't like the way it feels on my chest because I have a messed up sternum. Thank you, Kim. I like it because I could still put it up if I need to. My hair. Hi, Rowena. Probably missed stuff when I saw that. Just got back from work now. I need water. I'll be back soon. Hi, Brenda. So, yeah. I'll just deal with the sweat. So how is everybody doing today on this wonderful Sunday? Probably going to get a lot of, at least 2 quilts out of all this. Or more, because they're only 7.5-inch blocks that I will be making. Okay. Now that I have cut all of my paper, my wonderful stack of paper. Hi, Teresa. Pull muscle in my leg, man, that hurts. I bet. I hate pulling muscles. Okay, now that I have a stack of paper, I'm going to put my paper cutter back up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take my scrap bin here. We're going to start with string piecing. For those of you who are new, this is my tub of strings, and some are really big and some aren't. But I'm going to start with string piecing. Now, when you're piecing, like paper piecing, and you're using strings to use the paper, some people just sew the strings together. Well, I want to sew on an angle, so I want to be able to have my paper to sew everything at an angle. When you're making a quilt with strings, there's tons of different ways you can do this. You can, and we're going to take a marker here. Actually, we'll just use my dry erase board. That makes it so much easier. I'm going to draw a square and pretend that this is my square, and don't mind my drawing. So we're going to take, say this was my paper. I'm going to put my first piece, and yes, I'm drawing sideways, so I'm going to be wrinkled. My first piece will be this one right here, right? And then my next one goes to this side. So I will be putting these right sides together and then sewing and then flipping it out and pressing it, and then add another and add another and add another and add another. And then I will go to the other side and add those lines on that side, right? But you don't have to follow that rule, okay? Let's erase that real quick. Redraw ourselves a square just so I can show you how this goes. So this was our square again. Say you didn't want to start in the center. Say you wanted to start with your line right here, off center. So your first piece and second piece would be put together, right sides together. You'd sew down here, flip it open, and you would have 2 pieces. And then you can keep, say you didn't want to keep them straight, and you can just keep putting a piece bigger on the top, smaller on the bottom, and or this side you can have it go like this, however you want. You can do anything. Like literally the sky is the limit when it comes to string piecing. But there is also a trick if you want the blocks to lay a certain way with string piecing with paper. Say, I'm going to draw another square. I should have just brought my regular eraser over here. Say you want a quilt that everything blends together, but none of the colors are going to match. Like everything in this tub, nothing matches. All this stuff, you literally have to pull whatever you would want to match. Or say you want all only orange blocks or all only whatever, you'd be pulling those. I'm going with 100% scrappy, and I'm just going to pull from this. And I'll probably split some in half and so on and so forth. But if I use say no black through the whole thing, but only use my center piece right here as black on every single block, and then whatever on the rest of these, my center with every single block when I turn them will all match up. So giving the quilt, even though it's all scrappy, it'll give it a look like every single piece blends together because I used one common denominator of a color. So my common color right here would be black. That's if I have enough in here, but we'll see because I don't actually have any more black. I might use white. Whatever color you use in this centerpiece right here will go, because the next one will be this way. So it'll be creating an X as you turn them. Like you can lay them whatever way you want. You can lay them all together with the slash sideways, but the best way is to add a common denominating color to the whole entire mix. So hopefully you guys understood that well now that I have kind of tried to draw it out. And that is what I'm going to do. So we're going to be working with paper, obviously, and I am going to dig through this real quick, and I think I have lots of white, so I might just use white in the middle because I want everything to blend together. That way I can add blacks and not have to take out a color. And since most of the colors I always use are dark, I think it kind of makes sense to use all sorts of color. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to check the comments real quick before I get started because I'm going to zoom the camera in so that you can watch the sewing process. No choice. I didn't have to deal with it. Late recording a video. You're not late. I'm just starting here. No way of escaping sweat. Exactly. Some places you just can't. I have an old phone book I need to use and lots of scraps. So this will work perfect for you, Rowena. Resting, woke up with muscle spasms and legs tired. Mustard. Oh, yeah. You know what you mean. I'm tired. I didn't sleep. I didn't have muscle spasms. I just have a really bad leg. But I'm learning to deal with it. There's cold sweater on. Hi, Carol. 68 for the high today. That's how I did my big string quilt. Cutting out simplicity, crafting pattern, hoping for better soon. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to zoom the camera in to the sewing area so that you guys can see. And I'm going to start with these white pieces here because they're right on the top of my pile. And I probably have some more. And it doesn't matter how big your strips are, as long as they're consistent in color. So here is some more white. Actually, I have lots of solid colors I could use and blend through my whole entire project. But I'm going to do one block with this, and then I'm going to show you a different thing you can do with paper. And then we'll move on to making more blocks. But I need to zoom in so that you guys can see what I am doing here. All right, so here we go. Come. All you guys have to do is refresh. For those of you that are just catching back on. Okay, so it should be on for all those to see. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a piece that goes beyond my paper. So it'll stick out. Here's my paper on the back side. The paper will stick out right here. I mean, the piece will stick out beyond the paper on this side and in the center down at the bottom. So it's pretty big. We want a piece that goes beyond our piece of paper. I'm going to lay that on there. And then I'm going to choose a different piece. We're just going to start with this one because it's right there. I'm going to start with my first piece, and I'm going to lay that right sides together on top of this piece, on top of the paper. Okay. And then I'm going to keep it right sides together right here. And I'm going to stick paper and all, making sure everything is coming beyond that corner right there. I'm going to stick it under the machine. And this is where I suck because I don't do 1/4 inch seams very well, but that's the cool part about paper piecing is it doesn't matter. Now with phone book paper or any kind of magazine, you don't actually need that big of or that little of a stitch length. Everyone says for paper piecing, it's best to use like a 2.5 or less. I'd say 2.1, 2.2 stitch length is perfect because this paper tears very easily when it's time to tear it away. So I'm going to start by sewing this piece on here, and I am not even going center. I just realized that I did not lay it corner to corner before I started sewing. But that's okay. You know why? Because it don't matter. Go beyond that paper. I'm going to sit here and finger press this open. And you can see I am 100% not centered with my paper because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to show you guys what to do and I wasn't even looking. And now I'm going to trim away this excess down here on the bottom because I don't need that right now. And I'm going to grab another piece. So there I was showing you guys my little angle and I ended up doing it anyway. So I'm going to grab another piece, but this is just too wide. I don't want it this wide, so I'm going to cut it to about the length I want, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim it exactly in half because that's just a really wide piece. So if you have to trim pieces, just know you can move it out of the way and cut them as big as you need. Then I'm going to attach it to here now on top of this one, and you can press in between all these steps. I'm just going to finger press because I'm not trying to leave the camera. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to finger press that open. And then I'm going to grab something else. I think what I'm going to have to do is just throw a bunch of stuff right here in front of me. So I really just want whites there. Let's grab this blue. And that's kind of wide. So again, I'm just going to trim this one in half because I'm making this really tiny strings as much as I can. I'm just going to chop this in half. So it's about 1 inch. I'm going to hook it to here. And sew it on. And rolling it back like that. So this is pretty much how this is done. I'm going to go ahead and trim all this in half because I really don't like to sit and cut. I never get an accurate cut when I sit to cut, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't know if I have to stand because I have to reach over the table. All right, so here's another piece. I'm going to just cut it to size. I only need it to fit this area right here, so I'm just going to reach under and cut it. Throw the rest up here. And now I'm going to sew this one on. The more wonky the blocks are, the more I like them. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's cut this one in half. And they don't have to be straight pieces like I was drawing on my whiteboard. You don't have to cut straight pieces. They could be wonky. It's your paper. You do what you want with it. They don't have to be 1 inch strings. They don't have to be, you know what I mean? They could be whatever you want. Like this is enough right here to cover the last of this taking out a 1/4 inch seam. So say I want to use this nice big piece right here, which I'm going to do. Sew that on, come beyond just a little bit, cut that off, finger press it back, and now I have half a block. And you can see this is going to create more scraps, obviously. But now I'm going to turn my paper, and I'm just going to keep going with some more stuff. So let's put some kitty cat faces, but I want this in half too because I kind of trying to stick with skinnier pieces towards the center. The more different colors, the more funner this becomes. So the more and more different things you switch up and use, the crazier this whole thing becomes. So now I'm going to put this on this side, making sure that my string is going beyond my paper so that when this is opened up, it'll be sticking beyond, you know. So we're going to make sure that that's sticking beyond. Come right here, line it up, sew it on. Here I go getting crooked stuff, making myself a crooked piece. That's fine because that's the fun of it. All right, let's grab another one. I don't know if I want to cut this guy in half because this has wolves and stuff. So I'm going to come beyond. First, I'm going to make sure that it goes completely beyond my square. Put it on here. I got to press this real quick. It's not staying back. My piece is so small. And I'm not using steam because I don't want my paper to get wet. I want my paper to stay dry, if that makes any sense. So this is going to cover that. Make sure it goes over enough. And I want this piece to stay big. So the sky's the limit of what you can do. I mean, you just put whatever together as long as it covers the paper. Ooh, look at that guy right there. So cool. So that one's on there now. I definitely have a ton of that. This is probably not long enough. Nope, not long enough. This is long enough? Sure, why not? I'm not even going to bother cutting this in half because this one is just fine the size it is, or else it becomes way too small. Okay, now I'm going to grab another one. And then I'll have room for one more. All right, put one more on here. And then I'll show you guys. I need something a little bit bigger to cover that corner. Once I take away my 1/4 inch seam, that one's plenty size. So I'll put this one on here. For those that are joining, I am paper piecing using a phone book. Oh, look, it didn't make the cut. So one more piece. But what I'm going to do is trim this piece down while it's hooked to the paper real quick. I don't want to move my paper, but I do want to make sure that this piece gets trimmed off just a little bit. So I'm going to open my paper back up, put one more piece on here. Once that 1/4 inch seam is gone, now this one's big enough. Got to take that seam into account. Now, there we go. All right, so now that I have all those on, something like this, I'm going to press it real quick. I'm going to unzoom the camera. Unzoom the camera so that you can see my messy table now. So now I have this right here. A big stack of junk. As long as you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take my paper. I'm going to put my block upside down like this. And I'm going to start cutting around the paper because the paper is already 7.5 inches. Or whatever size you cut yours to. So this piece can go in my crumbs here. The rest I don't need. So some of them will be big enough for your crumbs. Some of them you won't be able to get enough for your crumbs out of. That's if you do crumb piecing. Strings will give you crumbs. I'm just going to keep turning this until the whole thing is cut. So again, this piece can go in the crumbs. This go back into the strings. The rest of this is garbage. I don't need it. And this will be a crumb piece, and the rest will be garbage. And there I have a block that is 7.5 inches. So as long as all of my blocks have one common denominator, which will be my white, and they don't have to be in the center, they can be however you want them to be. That is that. Now I'm going to show you what else you can use paper, because not only can you do strings, but you can also do crumbs. So let me grab my crumbs real quick so I can make a block and show you how that goes with the crumbs. So again, I got to bring the camera back up here, and then I'm going to read the comments while I'm at it. Actually, I'll leave you guys back there for this one. I'm just going to put my one block out of the way, throw all that with it. We're going to grab a piece of paper. I'm going to press my crumbs because they're funky now real quick. I'm going to open my nicely ripped bag because I haven't swapped my bags yet of crumbs. And this is what we're going to do after I get to move that out of the way. Let me read some comments real quick. I'm going to go all the way back up to where I froze. All right, she's back. Okay, loud and clear. Got it, not your fault. Strip piecing, love it. I did that with phone book. Yeah, phone books and like magazine things that regular magazines work too. I did this a long time ago with regular magazines and crumbs and showed you guys, but I figured it's time for an update because there's a lot of new subscribers. And that video is like 4 years old or 3 years old. It was either 3.5, 4 years ago. So it's been a long time since I did it. I like using phone book paper. It's easy to get off. Exactly. Came and cut grass for you today. Awesome. That's great. The more wonky, the more I like them. I'm most certainly a scrappy girl. Yes, I like everything scrappy. So I like making something out of my scraps pretty much. Yes, it was. I'm trying to keep up with 8-year-old. A few grandmothers went home 2 p.m. today, so a little bit better. 90s there. Now it's 70. Spent over 3 hours watering backyard. 90. You should have been watering yourself too. Let's see. It was 98 here. I didn't get something until the evening. It just got too blessed hot. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing after this. I'm just gonna go jump in the pool. Just how I am. No bathing suit. I'm just gonna go in with what I have on and cool myself down. By then, hopefully the sun will be down some, or at least almost down. My 5-year-old will just FaceTime and try and get maybe the kids are just, kids are a hoot. Yes, they are. Missing the beginning. Hi Marie. Sorry. Why are we using paper? So that the blocks have a foundation to piece on. That is pretty much what paper is for. To keep it, that way when I'm done and I trim away, I have a size that I'm looking for. So I'm using paper to keep my blocks all the same exact size, and it's easier to trim if you have a piece of paper that's already the size, and it's also kind of easy to piece them onto the paper, again coming to that same exact size. So it's foundation paper piecing, but I'm using a phone book instead of buying those expensive little rolls of paper to piece, which I see no purpose in. Why not, instead of throwing the phone book in the recycle, or the magazine in the recycle, or your newspaper in the recycle bin, use it first, utilize it for something quilting related, and then when you tear it all off, it's done, it's over with. You know, you can put all those teared pieces in a bag and throw that in recycle. It stabilizes small strips. Exactly. Beverly, the name of my machine is a Juki TL 2010Q. Oops, okay. Sorry. That's fine. Going to see if she logged on a new page. June must have caught back on late. Oh, hey, there you are. Okay, yeah, I see that. Hi, Nita. Nita, did you say a milkshake? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cheryl. Everyone's saying hi. Showing what you can do with paper, exactly. Hi, Dewana. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Beverly. Tiffany, are you getting close? You are getting pretty close to 2,000. Yes, I am. Almost there, guys. You got to help me get to 2,000 so we can do a giveaway. Lost internet for a while. Glenn is saying hi. Saying hi. Okay. In and out. Use muslin. Old sheets both work well. Yep. Could use that too. All right. I am going to show you guys now by zooming in just a little. Oh, this is not going to work. I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm going to zoom in again, except I'm not moving the camera this time. Hopefully I don't lose it. I'm going to zoom in so that you can watch as we do crumbs now instead. So focus. Ah, there we go. Focused. So now we're going to do crumbs. So I'm going to take a pile of crumbs out of here. Just like this. Some are strings in here too, but they're not straight, so don't ask. It's just a disaster in here. So I'm going to take my piece of paper. I'm going to take my first crumb. This crumb has a butterfly on it, so obviously I want that in the middle. And then I'm going to take another crumb that is similar in size. And I'm going to start building around this thing. So I'm going to put my crumb on top of my crumb on top of my paper. So they're right sides together on top of each other. And I'm put it on here just like this. And now I'm going to just sew this randomly right here on my paper. Break thread. And now I'm going to open those two pieces up just like that. So now I have these two pieces. Now let's grab another crumb. Here is a crumb of crumbs. So it has pieces already together on it, but it's not as long as I need it to be for this area that I want to cover. But it is as long as that side. So I'm going to hook it to this side right here. So I'm going to put my crumb on this side now. And then I'm going to finger press that back. And actually I got to iron this one because it has seams because it's a crumb of crumbs. Okay. See what happens when you use steam? I always forget. So this is what happens when you use steam. I don't want that. You need to not use steam. Now here's a funky piece. I'm going to put the straightest edge on here like this on the sides. So now that my paper is nice and folded up, I'm going to laying it on this side of here, right sides together. As long as it's covering this piece that I just put on here. And you can sew it wonky, you can sew it straight, you can do whatever, because this is now string, or I mean, what did I just say, string? This is now crumb piecing using the paper foundation piecing method. So now that is on there, and I'm going to cut that off and throw that with my crumbs. I'm going to find another crumb. I'm going to put it on another area, so this crumb is now going right there. So there's some crumbs so far. And then, let's see. We have a crumb pile of crumbs. A crumb diddly crumb of crumbs. Let's find a straight edge. Throw it on here. I'm going to press this one with the iron, but again, I got to try to keep remembering to tell my brain not to use steam because it ruins my paper and it'll shrink my size. But I always forget because I'm very forgetful. All right, so this is what I have so far. Then I'm going to find another crumb. It doesn't matter if it's the same size as everything, and I'm not trimming anything away. Now, if you do want to trim things away, and I don't even know where it is right now, but I'll yell across the room if I find it. If you have, there it is. If you have this add a quarter ruler, this kind of helps with paper piecing. This is a paper piecing thing. It's called add a quarter. I know you can see this. It is a specialty ruler. So if I want to fold my paper back right here, so I'm going to tear that off of there. Right here, these two little lips. Say I want my paper and everything to be equal. So we just barely tear the stitching off the paper. Fold that paper out of the way. Nice and straight right here. So you want a nice straight line. So I folded my paper. Say you want to add a 1/4 inch so that you have a nice seam. You can cut that excess away using this specialty ruler. And I probably wasn't in screen for that. Fold the paper back, and now I have a nice straight line right here to work with. Just so that you guys know what an add a 1/4 ruler is. I have that bigger one, and I have a little small one for really tiny projects. But I'm not really caring about doing that extra. If I need to, I'll just use the scissors, but that does come in handy, you know. So if I wanted to make sure that this was nice and straight, I can fold this right here. And I know you can't see down there, so I'm going to have to tip the camera just ever so slightly so you can see. Folded my paper back. I'm going to put my ruler has a lip, so that lip will sit against the paper. Now I want this to be straight, so I just cut it straight, and now I have the perfect 1/4 inch back there so I can add, and then I won't have funkiness behind my seams if you guys want to do it that way. So just letting you know that the add a 1/4 ruler helps. Let's tip it back up again. Ooh, how big is this piece? It's not going to cover that whole corner, but it will cover this whole corner. Look at that. So I'm going to lay this on here on this side. Sew it on, flip it back. Oh, look at that. It covers it perfectly. So far, here's my crumb piece, but I'm going to press it. The crumb ones should be pressed more than, well, you should press every time, but the crumb ones are better the more you press it. So now let's grab another crumb. Let's put this guy right here. So again, if I wanted to, I can peel right here just a little bit of this seam out of the paper. Like this paper tears so easily, guys, so easily. I can fold my paper back like this, line my add a 1/4 ruler up on the edge of my paper, and give myself a nice straight cut. right there so that I can add my next piece on. And it doesn't have to be straight. The wonkier, the better. So I'm going to fold that back. Now let's go this side. Just find me some crumbs. And you can piece tons of crumbs together too. So say I want this piece and this piece. So before I even get to my paper, I can take a bunch of my crumbs like this. Put one of these on each side. And this is the real cool part about using the paper too, like, because it's already there. So now I have an idea of how big my piece needs to be to add to it. So here's one with a curved edge on it. So I'm going to add this on here. Yeah, I'll just add right there. I don't want that end right there. I just want this piece. So I'm going to make myself a nice big crumb out of this. Come on, get under there. That can go back in the crumbs. That can go in the garbage. Say I want more of this butterfly piece. No, I don't want that butterfly piece, but if I did, I could use it. And then I have this whole stack right here of crumbs. I'm gonna hook those together onto here. Flip those in here. Look at all those crumbs. I'm hooking all these together just so that I can cover right here. Sure, why not? That's enough. So let's make a nice straight line on here. Like that. I'm going to hook this onto this side right here. I'm going to use the iron only because there's a lot of seams in this little corner piece that I just made. Like, I seriously have the most ugliest block going on here, guys. Very ugly block. You don't have to do every single time at the same spot either. That's the cool part about paper. So say I want to put this here only. So I'm going to just show you guys real quick. So say I want this one here only. And say this one right there. I know this looks kind of weird at first, but fold my paper. I know this is kind of stupid to do. I could have just sewed them together, but fold my paper right here. Sew these two together. Start right up here at the paper. And look, there's my piece. I mean, bring my paper back out. Hold on, let's press it. You can do that if you say you need to add a piece and you just didn't have one at that very moment. You can do that too. So let's trim that nice and straight. Put my paper back up. Grab a corner somewhere. Is that enough? That's enough. Add this on here. Let's make sure when I fold it back that it will cover the paper. So I need to go up some. And let's press it. zoom. Here's my block. So far, I'm going to zoom back out so I can trim it. We're just going to stay right here with my big mess. I'm actually going to be doing string only. I just wanted to show you that you can use it for crumb. I'm actually not crumb piecing today because the whole idea was for me to use up some of my strings. So now, back to the ruler. Now say you wanted this to be 7 3/4 inch, you could, and you sewed and you had plenty around to go 1/4 inch, you can put your 1/4 inch, add a 1/4 on the end of your paper, you know. So say you wanted it bigger and you put lots of extra pieces where it's 1/4 inch even bigger, you can do that as well. I'm just making to the size of the block, but say you wanted to finish with your 7 1/2 inch block, you can do that. You know, because you're adding a 1/4 to every single block, which is your seam. Yes, I'm tearing off these little bits so that the rest can go back into my crumbs, because I saved my crumbs if they're more than 1 inch. That's not big enough. And one more side. Throw those in the garbage, and I have this. So, show you how simple it is to get the paper off. It literally just pulls right off. I'm going to make a mess, so, because the fan is on. So there's lots of little pieces because I put lots of seams on here. Just so you know, it tears right away. If you can grab it. If you can't grab it, just use your fingernail or something, or pinch it and grab it like that. See? Comes right off. And it should come out of all the little seams as well. Or you can leave the paper on your blocks until you're completely done piecing all of your blocks, and then tear your paper away. You know, or you can piece them and then tear the paper away if you want. It's however you feel comfortable. Just make sure you hold your block as you're pulling the paper, because or else you're going to make your block nice and wonky. A little piece of paper right there. And there is my wonky block. So now I can give it a good steam press. Have a 7 1/2 inch block now with a little butterfly fabric in the middle, but the butterfly got cut off, go figure. So there's that. So you can do string or crazy blocks or crumb blocks or whatever you want to call this block, and string blocks is this. No matter which way you put it, it's string piecing. So that's what you can do with your paper. There's tons more things. So I'm going to show you one more thing. In case you guys are curious, let me move this out of the way because it's in my way now. All right. Take a piece of paper. This is the last and final thing that you can do that I've done. All right. Now I have a Sharpie only because of the video. And I'm hoping that you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I made it to where you can see what I'm doing. We're zoomed in down there. So we're going to take a Sharpie. And I really don't want to write directly with a Sharpie on my cutting mat. Because last time I used a marker, it went right through. That's what all these little markings are that you guys can see here. Turn this up. Yeah, there's tons of markings because I wrote on here. So here's something that you can do. Say you want to make something specific like a star and you want it to have points. So we're going to grid this off, right? So I'm going to start by using my ruler, and I'm going to draw a line from corner to corner. Now I'm going to come down about 1/4 inch from the top or more, probably 1/2 inch. And I'm going to draw another line down this way. I'm going to draw from the same on the other side about. I'm just showing you guys about right now only because I'm just doing this on the fly. I'm going to draw another line. So now I have what looks like this. You guys can see on my drawing. Now I want to go a different way. So I want a star point, right? So say I want to go this way. Okay. And now I want a straight line from there to here. Okay. Oops, this one should go in some. About right there. There we go. And then this one will come down right there. We're going to pretend this line don't exist. I'm crossing it off. Let's do that again. I need another straight line right here. Like that. And then we're going to come in like this and like this. All right. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So see my paper? So you can do this on the fly. As long as when you're doing this, it'll make sense. Trust me, it'll make a lot of sense. Oops, I'm like totally not in the camera angle. So say I want to do something like this. Now, let's do something like this. And I know you guys will not be able to see unless I zoom back out. Sorry. We're going to do this from afar because I kind of cannot. Let's try to bring it a little bit closer. Just for this so you guys can see paper piecing on the fly. Okay. So I just do this on my paper. And I'm going to move my scraps out of the way. I also need my add 1/4 ruler for this. Hopefully you guys can even see. Yes, this is paper piecing now, but this is just me drawing something up to show you guys how it works on a piece of paper. So I can draw, if you measure, say you want to do this properly, you can measure out your own thing. So the distance from here to here, you can measure out, and the distance from here to here to make sure it's equal. You know, the distance, making sure the distance between everything is equal between here and here, here and here. I've done this before on my own, drew up my own thing. Right now, I'm just going to put this together. So I'm going to start by putting piece 1 on here. And I need some longer strings for this one, I think. And I'm not going to use the tablet right now. I'm just going to put you guys behind me because I can't think and read comments. So we're going to find some thicker pieces to do this with. So is that one big enough with 1/4 inch? No, it is not. I'm hoping that I have some big ones in here. Trying to find big enough pieces. All right, I have enough on this cat print. So I'm going to cut this cat print in half only because there's enough. We're going to pretend that this is even going to be nice. I'm going to start with my first piece here. I like this. And then normally on paper piecing, you would fold like this, fold all your lines like this. I'm not really doing anything specific, so I really don't have to fold all my lines, but that way you know from the front side where to sew. But we're going to just do the best we can just because we're getting a line right there. Put this line right there. This one right here. Oops. That one's there. This one's here. I'm really going to be making a disaster here right now, guys. This one's here. All right. It's folded on every single one. I think it is. All right. I'm going to start with my number 1. And the cool part about having this, as I can see on the back, my lines. And now I'm going to grab a piece for number 2. Now I don't have to worry about it being such big pieces. I need just enough to cover 1/4 inch on each side. So we're just going to put this right here. on number 2. So it covers this whole thing. I know it will. It better. And for regular paper piecing, if you're doing it real paper piecing with a real paper and so on and so forth, you definitely want to pin away from where you're going to be sewing, but you want it on. It's not going to work that way for me. You can use glue if you wanted, but I'm not doing any of that fanciness. All right. Turn it over. I'm going to be sewing on that line. Screw this. I'm just going to sew on that line because I'm not really good with this whole pin thing. I suck at pins. So I'm going to lay that line on there. Wait, they are not right sides together because I just did a boo-boo. Okay, that's going to go that way. This is right sides together. Okay, thank you, Tiffany, for catching that. Flip it over. Here we go. Real paper piecing on my own paper. And I'm going to sew on that line. Then I am going to, all right, that's good. Perfect. Now I'm going to cut away my 1/4 inch seam. Flip it the other way because I can't see on my little fold. I'm also going to cut away all that excess because I'm going to use it again on the other side. And did I sew it wrong? No, I did not. Okay, that one went there. Now I'm going to look for my number 3 piece, which is right here. So I need my little number 3 piece, which is going to be a point right here. Grab this one because it's long enough. I'm going to flip it upside down and see where I'm going to be sewing, which is the number 3 line, which is right there. Everything's flat. This should work out, but probably not because I'm making a disaster here. All right. Sewing right to that line. Gotta fold my 3 back. Cut that. Remember, those are the 2 pieces I'm using. Trim away my 1/4 inch. Line this up. Boys are home. Trim away all this excess because I don't need it. All right, open that up. Okay, number 4 is going to be that piece. Bear with me, guys. I've done this before, just haven't done it in a long time.
Are you still online?
Yeah, can you close the door now that you guys are home?
Oh, well, you had the bedroom light on. I thought you were off.
No, I'm not in the bedroom. I gotta press this real quick.
Do you want me to come in and read comments then later?
If you want, I can't see, so.
Yeah.
Could you use t-shirt fabric this way? You could, but I wouldn't suggest it, honestly. Okay, so this has got to cover that. No, it doesn't look like that's enough to cover that. Is this going to cover that? No. I need a big enough piece. Is this going to cover that? Yes. So we're going to use this piece right here. Flip it over. Sewing on that line now, which is, oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4 is right here. So there. Peel that little corner off of my paper. There we go. That's my 4 line. Sewing on my line 4. Fold that back on my line 4. Trim excess away. Remind me never to do this. on camera unless I actually have a real plan. Because this was just on the fly, by the way. Trying to save this piece right here is why I'm cutting it nicely. I want to use the leftover of that towards the other side. These are all the pieces that I'm using. Try to keep it together. All right, piece 4 is now on there. Piece 5 has got to go all the way to there, which is this line. So I need something that's going to cross over that whole thing, which would be this one. And 4 didn't go over as far as I needed. Oops. So I'm going to improvise here. Just watch how I improvise, making sure it goes mostly over that way. That's not going to work, not long enough. I'm wasting fabric, guys, and wasting time. We're going to improvise. I want this one to be down here. Crossing this right here. So I'm going to fold this real quick because I want to see that line right there. I'm going to cut all this away. I probably just messed something up. That's why I'm going crazy here. Yeah. Let me add something right here on this end before I drive myself mad. This is just a piece that wasn't really needed, and I should have had a longer piece, but I didn't do or plan for that. So just don't mind me for a second. I'm creating a mess because I needed that line. See, that's what happens when I do things like this. I mess up. Stuff got my crumbs. That was, the piece was supposed to be that long. That's why I did that mess up piece right here. But that's fine. I'll leave it like that. Now the piece is long enough. I want to sew on that line. Right there. There we go. Now that I made a mess. This is looking more like a nice crumb block because I messed up. I should make it more clear, you know, that I don't normally draw them on paper, but I plenty of times. Cut that away. Quick. I'm also going to cut away my 1/4-inch seam. And then grab another color. To go in the next spot, which is now this line right here. So be right here. That's my line I'm going on now. We'll put this guy right there. Let's see. Going to cover it We're gonna do this the proper way and just cut it away now on my line because that'll be easier. I know you guys are laughing at me because I had messed up on that little piece. That's not long enough. This might be long enough. Is that long enough? It's wide enough. Seems wide enough. Stay. I made a 1/4 inch seam right there. I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna sew on that line. Alright, now that I've sewn on that line, I should have a 1/4 inch seam, blah, 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 blah. I'm really messing up here because I'm doing this like I am. I'm not doing it properly, but whatever. I'm making something cool. I fell on my lap. Now my next line is that one, number 6. So I'm going to make sure I'm on my fold right there. Turn it over, find my 6th line. If you have to peel it away from the paper right here, you can. There we go. Stay right there. All right, so let's cut a 1/4 inch away from my 6th line now. Telling you guys, I know what I'm doing. Just have to do it. Okay. Now that one goes there. Let's go back the opposite way. Why not? Peel paper. You guys are probably yelling at me, Tiffany, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. Probably am. Probably really royally messing up. Got a cover right here, which would be this one. But that's not enough because it wasn't enough on the last one, but it looks like it's enough on this one. If I put 2 together, will it be enough? I'm going to improvise. Why? Because I can. There's probably really one sloppy mess right here. I just wanted a big enough piece.
Okay, I'm here. I can read.
Okay, well, you're going to have to because I'm royally messing up here.
Oh, you're doing good.
So
You're doing
on
good.
my 7 line now.
Ooh, what are you making with newspaper?
Yes, it's paper piece.
Telephone paper? What are you making?
A paper piece block, but I really messed up because I think I'm supposed to go this way first. No, I am supposed to go this way first.
Well,
Piece
Lisa
should have
Peg
been-
says, what I can see, Tiff, it's looking pretty cool. Take a breath. You've got this. So there you
Because
go.
the
There's
next
a-
one goes right there. It's peeling the paper is the problem. This is supposed to go here, yes. I'm pretty sure this one goes here. Oops. be best if I turned it the
Kathleen
correct way.
Champ says you got this also. Linda Jones says breathe.
I don't know what the heck I did wrong. It's supposed to go.
You can do it, honey.
Sewed right there. The next one was sewing that way. Why is it not
Just
lining up that
Diane
way?
says they watch you because you're amazing.
Alright, well, that was supposed to be there. So let's sew
Linda
on
says
that one.
stop and take a drink of water. Take a break.
See, that's because I drew it myself. I have my own little paper piecing guide, like where pieces are supposed to go and so on and so forth. Now I'm on 8, so let's peel the paper away right here.
Okay, Jill's just coming on. What are we making today?
I'm paper piecing,
Because I don't know either.
so I need to cut away this because I messed up. That needs to be cut away too. Screw it. I really messed that one up.
Kathleen says no pressure. Just do you and forget about us.
Yeah, because I really messed up anyway.
It's okay, honey.
I messed it up. I messed it up.
What I tell you all the time is that I think the best thing for your channel is when you mess up, so they can learn how to fix mess ups.
Hold on. I'm gonna like fix my mess up now. Because I'm just now not making a star. My goal was a star.
When I learn something new, if I learn it from somebody that's a perfectionist and does everything right, that's good, great, and grand. But then I don't know what to do when I screw it up when I do it. So that's why when you're making mistakes, it's a good thing because they learn how to fix a mistake.
Oh, well, this mistake is just a big mistake. I'm going to put that piece across there like I wanted in the first
Kim says
place.
it's not a mess, it's a new design.
Yes, it is. Very much so. It's my new disaster is what it is. I'm just going to finish it off with a kitty cat.
Worst comes to worst, you can start over, make something different.
Yeah, I could. I could do that. No. Let's do this first. That's supposed to be my point. Right.
Hi, everyone.
Here.
I'm here. They said hi to me.
Okay. Good. Why does it smell funky? Like barbecue or
Here,
something?
Jim says no mistakes, happy accidents. See?
We don't. Where was I? I was on that line originally.
You got a cool one. Greener Pastures. That's a nifty name. She says it's okay. It may come out better than you thought.
Probably. Hold on 2 seconds. We're going to see right now because I'm literally making a disaster. I'm going to cut that away real quick. Nice 1/4 inch seam off of that. We're going to see something. See what I did
Teresa
here.
says once you square it up, I bet it'll look great.
I don't know where I lost myself.
Marlene says we mess up and it's good not to feel alone. So see? It's okay. It's okay.
Yep. I really did mess up. I should have brought out my little notepaddy thing.
Honey, it's okay.
Now I have that one. So now I'm gonna go this way. Ha! I found my way back.
Linda says you need pie. Sam and Dean from Supernatural. You're Dean. You need pie. Dean needs pie.
All right, hold on. I found my way back, but I'm still in a.
Oh, see, Jim Bennett does it the old school Amish way. He puts a mistake in every single quilt and leaves it.
Now to sew on that line. Right. Hold on. Okay, right there.
See, Kathleen says she appreciates mistakes. It teaches her what not to do every time she makes one. Linda says pool time.
Yeah, right? It is. All right, hold it right there. Tear that paper off. Come on.
And here, Patty says one person's stars, another person's sun. It's all good. Unless you are Pumbaa, then it's just a big ball of gas on fire.
Yeah.
We do an in-home daycare. We know all about Pumbaa. That's pretty funny.
Put that there.
Nita says you learn from your mistakes how to troubleshoot our own mistakes. They learn from your mistakes how to troubleshoot their own mistakes. Sorry, read it confusing, but yes. Now they're all talking about pie.
Well, okay, I totally screwed up, so now I just have a funky block. So let's trim this funkiness up because I really royally screwed up.
Well, like the one person said, once you square it up, it'll probably look good.
All right.
Somebody said that earlier. I got far here, but
zoom back. I am zoomed out. Good. Nope, wrong button.
yeah, Teresa said that. Once you square it up, it'll look good.
Okay. I'm not playing with that crap anymore. I'm done trying to pretend I had it like I've done it before. I did do it before. It's hanging in my living room. I just haven't done it in a long time. So now I have a bunch more crumbs to add to my crumb pile. And this is just a disaster. But that's okay. Why? Because I don't care. You guys ready to see my disaster block?
Marlene says she puts in several mistakes just to see if her family can find them. But really, they just don't care.
I purposely find all my mistakes. My brain says, find mistakes.
Patty says you should make an I screwed up quilt.
This is going to be that part of an I screwed up.
I like that. That's a good idea, Patty.
Okay. Okay, so this was correct and this was correct. That whole end. And then this star point part came out correct. I don't know what started happening here. This was supposed to go in and that was supposed to come out. I don't know what happened here, guys. I lost myself.
Teresa says it looks
When
great.
I got behind it. But I have a star point here. That's a 1/4 inch away from the edge, like I said. I just don't know what happened right here on this end.
It does look good to
So
me.
it's a messed up crumb blocky star almost.
They're all liking it. They say it looks awesome. It looks great. I like the block.
And it has a kitty cat face here. And it has a kitty cat trying to poke out here, but of course we're gonna lose that in the seam when it becomes a block.
Man, I was saying, I honestly love it. It looks good, Tiffany. Great looking block, unique.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Everyone likes it, honey.
Oh,
Still
I made a
pretty.
disaster. It's okay.
Greener Pasture says make some more. Looks great. Make some
Well,
more.
I'm gonna do strings.
Nikki
I'm gonna
says it
stick
looks
with my
nice.
wonderful strings because
Diane says I'll take it.
my strings are so much better. All right,
Diane wants it if you don't want it, honey.
let's pull all these off. That's what I should do. I should start sending out all my screwed up blocks.
You just tear the paper off when you're done?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
That's what the whole point of paper piecing
Okay.
is.
Well, I didn't know
Instead of it
that.
going to waste,
I didn't know what you did with it. See, I'm learning
I'm-
too.
using it for something to make something.
Aunt B says these blocks make the best memories.
Yeah, these are tons of this. There's so many quilts in all these tubs of mine.
Linda says, isn't that the point? It's not supposed to be perfect.
Nope. This totally gives me an idea now. But I'm gonna keep that idea to myself for now until I'm good enough to go with it mentally, physically, emotionally, actually just medically. All right. Peeling the rest of my paper off here.
Nita says, hey, I thought this was improv paper piece. It
This
looks
is-
good.
I was trying to draw on it like I've done before.
Well, Nita likes it. She says, looks good. Robin says, I love the colors. See, everyone likes it, honey. Doing good.
I don't know where I went wrong this time though. Like, is my thing in the living room, is it pinned to the wall or is it just hanging on a rod?
She's hanging. Do you want me to get that?
Yeah.
In the
I
middle
wanna
of the wall?
Yeah,
That thing? Yeah.
the star.
Yes, I know. I'll get it.
That way I could show them what I've done before
I'll
for
get
the
it. I'll get it.
improv
I'll get your
paper
star.
piecing. I keep it hanging in the living room as a reminder for those that are new. Some of you have seen it though, but okay, there's my dumb block. Oh, it's funny. My funny dumb block. It's very chunky in one part because I messed up and added that piece. So this corner right here has got a lot of seams. Oh, just bring it down anyway. We'll put them in the same hole that they were in last time. All right, there's that. And then there's this block, and then let me grab the other crumb block, wherever I just put it. There we go. And the last crumb block. So
It's
regular crumb, tried to make a star, and my string. I'll be right back in 2 seconds while Scott Make sure I'm not missing any comments.
And this says take a breath. You're only human. Honey, it's pinned to that thingy.
It's dusty anyway. All right. So last time I improv'd on the star thing, I did lose all my points. This is what I made. The last time I drew on paper and made a star. I don't know where I just messed up. Maybe it's because I wasn't using specific colors, but this is what I did last time. So you can see I lost all my points the last time I did it, but that's because I forgot the whole 1/4 inch seam. And this was what, 4 years ago now? This is about 4 years now since I
Probably,
made
yeah.
this. This was in the start of my learning. I made this, so, and it's quilted.
They're all saying, wow, beautiful.
And the center got really
Pretty.
messed up, so I had to improvise and sew on a little center thing. So, yeah.
Awesome.
But this is what I made. Here's the back. That's what it looks like quilted. It's on flannel with my, I had a hanging sleeve, but we didn't have a rod to hang it on, so.
Everyone's saying it's very pretty. You got 72 people watching.
That's that. So that's what I made before.
Your other one that you don't like, they want you to sign it.
Oh.
Dan says sign it and send it to her. Lisa says, Lordy, Tiffy, you'd have a nuclear breakdown if you spent time at my sewing table.
I probably would. I'm going crazy, ladies. I'm going crazy.
That's the kind
Alright,
of
let's
block you'd use to make a quilt that somebody's not afraid to use. They'll love it and use it.
Have the general idea of what I'm doing here. So
They're all
let's
saying pretty and love it.
make another funky block. Now, let's try it a different way. Let's do it my way. Is that long enough? No, that's not long enough. But I'm gonna use 2 of these. I need something to start my center. Let's use this. Not long enough.
It's not wrong, it's just a little detour.
Yeah.
It's improv, so you gotta change
Okay.
directions whenever you like.
I have an idea here. We're gonna do something. So I'm gonna start with this right here. I'm going to stick this right here. That. I'll just make a bunch of funky blocks and see what happens here. Oops, why did I do that? So, let's see what I make out of this disaster. Okay, push that out of the way. Fold that back. Quarter seam. Also going to chop and off that way. You guys tell them having a day.
Well, honey, they love you and they love watching it.
What the heck did I just?
Calm down, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Just take a break.
Whew.
Here, you want to leave them?
No, I would like that paper back because I
Oh.
need the fabric off of it.
Okay.
Don't ask. I just had a very weird moment that time.
Take a break, count to 10, do your thing. It's okay.
Let's just use that along the edge of there to chop that end off real quick. Start over. Let's put that there. Oh, let's put this one. It's not long.
Patty says it's not a bad day till you fall off your sewing chair.
Well, you know, it hasn't happened, but it probably would if I.
Linda's just
Stay in
says
here.
chat with us. Maybe that'll calm you down. Just chat with her.
All right, start talking, Scotty. Tell me what's in the chat.
They're all just saying how much they love your block and they love your star.
My funkiness.
Yeah. Just chat with them. Tell them about the weather outside here.
I already told them earlier that it's very hot here.
Bet you they'll all pass out from just hearing our 120 something degree or 117.
It's 117 today. Alrighty. Now I'm just gonna.
Patty says, but it's a dry heat. Yep, Patty, you're right. It is.
It's dry, which makes it all the more better to go outside in the dry heat. It's definitely easier to breathe. Let's just put it that way. Humidity makes it harder to breathe. So I'm glad that I live in a dry area.
And she says a no boob sweat.
All right, I'm gonna back that up a little. Let's see if that 1/4 inch hides it. That way, yes it does. Be nice if I was just paying attention to what I'm doing here.
Hey guys, we have a neighbor right behind us that's deciding to move like this week, and he wants me to come over and look at stuff that he's going to give to me. And it's good, great, and grand, but it's like, why do you have to do it in the middle of July? Free stuff is also cool, but we're getting a bigger trampoline from him for the girls. We're trading, giving them the little trampoline to take with him because we have a little trampoline, and he's giving us a big one. But it's so hot we can't touch it because it's metal sides, so we can't trade him till the middle of the night.
All right, let me press this and trim it. I think this is what I'm going to do. I have a wonderful idea to make today fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim around this one now. I'm not zoomed in still on mine, or am I zoomed out?
You can see your arms and your head.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I was just making sure it wasn't zoomed in still.
Patty's trying to crack you up. She said her temp was 94 with 80% humidity, and she was riding her young horse. It was miserable, hot, and sticky.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't even if I had animals, I wouldn't be out riding them in this heat. They would be inside the house in the air conditioner with me. I'd have my horse laying in my indoor house stable. All right, there's a block. Kind of simple, easy block. Let's make another. I have come to an idea while I am right here. Since everybody seems to want a block, we are going to make blocks. And I am going to give them away. Since I can mail a block and it's cheaper. So let's see how many I make and then go from there. Just make a couple and then you'll win them if you're here in the live.
Hold on, so we're doing another giveaway?
Yes.
Okay.
This is just a for fun giveaway though. I'm going to give away blocks. Just one block at a time. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do like what? Should I? They can go in regular envelopes. I don't know how many. Because everybody that wants a block can enter to get the block. How long does this need to be?
And Teresa says right on.
Right there. That way you guys can add a part of me to whatever you're doing. How's
Jen
that
loves
sound?
your blocks. Never thought to put all those different ones in a quilt. Jean says it's pretty.
So if you guys want to win a block or a block, let me know now, or let Scott know, because he's the one reading. We'll see how many I need to make. Even though I know everybody's gonna want one, and then we'll do like a little giveaway. We'll put a bunch of names in the thing, and all the names can get drawn, and then you can get blocks.
Beverly says that would be awesome.
That way,
Teresa wants one if there's enough.
get some blocks from me.
Explain your process as you're going, Kathleen Mispay.
I am just cutting and sewing strips onto paper. So I cut a phone book in the beginning of the video and turned it into 7.5-inch squares. And so I have a phone book worth of papers now. And then I'm using them to foundation piece on strings and or crumbs. So I'll have to do some more crumbs because I know that I have tons of crumbs. So I'm going to smallen this one up too. I'm going to make a couple blocks by cutting.
They all want one of your
So-
signed blocks. So yeah, we're just going to have to pick people like that.
Yeah, we're just going to have to pick people. I mean, I could also, as I make, give away, so, little by little, but that's a lot of mail, So it's just going to go on a regular
I already went to the post office today. That's just you a few.
envelope.
I went and checked your box for you so you could open up stuff online, but you didn't have anything. Brenda loves string quilts.
So how many everybody's are there that want the block signed and made by me?
Well, I didn't write anything down yet. I mean, I was going to wait till the end when you were done. You want me
I
to
was
do it
just
now?
going to throw a bunch together, and then I guess I can do them like number auction the blocks off. Does that make any sense?
I'm going to put my food away now.
I am going to literally chop half of this one off. So see, I'm not even going to sew this one on there right. I'm going to sew it across like this and create a new angle as long as it covers down at the bottom of my old angle. And then I'm going to follow this top piece since all these are straight anyway.
Okay, I'll get
So
paper.
now I have a new angle just created. Like that. But I'm going to go ahead and trim away all that excess. So I'm going to fold this back. Rip the paper off that area. Fold it back. Come on, right there. I'm going to use my add a quarter to get rid of all that. And then Scott's going to start writing down names for those that want blocks. And then I'll just send them out. Kind of like a block swap, except you guys aren't swapping with me. I'm just giving them, That's what it's like. Scotty's writing names down.
Quilting for the Soul have an easier name?
Sarah.
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 I know how to spell Sarah.
Well, some people spell Sara. I have a cousin that's
Oh, yeah,
Sara.
that's true. That's true.
Crumb block pile.
Elaine F said be sure to sign it, so I take it you want
Yeah,
one
I
already.
will be signing whoever gets them. So I'll hold, like, this is what we're gonna do, since we're doing this on the fly. I'm going to hold a block up, and then whatever one I'm holding up, then Scotty will pay attention to the chat. And then the ones that want that specific block will have to enter whatever to win it.
I'm
You know
writing
what I
down
mean?
everyone's names. Now
Oh.
you're gonna make me write them down again?
Okay.
Deborah?
They all want a block, so it doesn't matter what block, right?
Pretty much,
Or
because I'm writing down
if
everyone's
if I
names down.
draw a name for how many blocks there are, how about that? Because that'll be easier. If I draw a name, then I'll hold them up and you can tell me which one you want until they're all gone. How about that? Right?
Oh.
If someone
Okay.
wants a specific block, I'm thinking about it that way because I'm going to just make a ton real quick while you're writing names down.
Well, if they all want a specific block, then do you want me to rewrite it again? I don't
No.
know. You guys tell me. Do you guys want a specific block?
If you guys want a specific block, should I just hold, like, if your name gets drawn, should I hold the blocks up and you choose a block, or lay them on the table and you choose one, or you just whatever I send you, I send you? Let me know. Scott's got to go answer his phone.
Oh, man, you can answer it.
Probably not. And I just use Steam, which I say not to do, but I did it anyway.
Live now. I'm reading her comments for her as she's talking. It's Tiffany's Quilting Life.com on YouTube.
It's not .com. It's just Tiffany's
Or-
Quilting Life on YouTube.
Tiffany's Quilting Life on you go to YouTube, youtube.com.
Oh, is she trying to figure out how to watch my live
Yeah,
stream?
Mom wants to watch you. Mom's trying to watch you now.
Oh.
You go to YouTube. When you're at YouTube, you go up to the search, and then you search for Tiffany's Quilting Life. Life.
Scott's mom wants to join in on the
Yes, L-I-F-E.
on the live stream, guys. So
Yeah.
she can't figure out how to do it. The woman does not have a cell phone, so it makes it hard for her to do anything when it's new to her.
All I wanted. Yeah.
All right. You still writing names down?
No, you told me to wait till you were done.
Did you ask
like
them if
200
that's what they want me to do?
Huh?
Did you ask them if that's what they want me to do?
No, I listened to you. There's like 8 million messages past me. I have no clue where I'm even at.
Oh, just scroll back up and look.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do it my way, which
What's
is
your
what
way?
you said.
What did
Because
I
I'm
say?
not rewriting all the names down.
What did you say?
Huh?
Just hold
Just
one
wait
up.
till your damn blocks are up, and then they can tell me who wants it when the blocks are up, and then I'll write a bunch of names down, and we'll pick one.
Well, that takes longer one at a time.
Exactly, but that's what you said to do, and I'm not going back. No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's only going to be however many I make unless Scott starts giving them away now.
Because I wrote down a whole bunch of names, and you
So
stopped
here's
me,
a
and I have no
block.
clue where I'm at. You should have just let me keep doing it my way, but you changed
I'm
it.
going to press it real quick.
Some of them are asking if they want you to, if they want you to send them a block. If they want one, if you want one of their blocks, they'll send you one of theirs.
No, that's cool. I'm good. I'm just doing this for fun. Oh, that has paper on it, paper on it, paper on it. I think I'm just gonna leave the paper on them. That way they're easier to put in an envelope. Even though I'll still send out the ones with no paper on them. All right, let's grab another piece of paper. And be silly with something. Start with, not long enough.
Either way, how many blocks are you making?
I'm just making a bunch. And I don't know, I'll stop in like, how long have I been on?
I have to look at the phone for that, huh?
Yep, it's in the top corner hidden.
It's not hidden. 47 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Soon 48.
All right, so at 1 hour, however many blocks I have made, once I hit 1 hour, how's that? And then those will be what I give away. I'll try to make another funky one.
I like that one. That's the original. She was all worried about.
My mess up.
Yes, I think it's cool. I don't like that one as much. I like the mess up one. This one I like, mainly because I like the fabric coming down with the animals on. Oh, and the blue one. I like the blue one just because I like the colors. This one's cool too. I don't know why I keep holding them up like this, in diamond shape. I don't know. We can do diamond shape. We can do whatever shape. I still like the mess up. I really think that one's awesome. They're all saying that they like that. That's a great idea. Get one, send one. The original block swap.
No, I don't want to, I don't need to get blocks from you guys because I have too many things going on right now when it comes to life. So I don't want to add any more projects to it. That's why I'm just sending them out just for fun. I'm going to be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway soon. So you guys will have more chances to win something made by me. Because remember, there's a quilt involved, and I'm not telling you the rest because it's all a surprise. So help me get to 2,000, and then you'll find out.
Thank you, Ampy. That is awesome, but no, that's okay.
What?
She says you should make me a mug rug out of this one. I don't
For
drink.
you? Oh
yeah.
yeah, we don't drink coffee or anything. So
We're not mug people, but thank you. That's a cool idea. I'd like it as a pot holder or something, actually. That's what I was originally doing, Nita. See, Nita likes my original idea.
What original?
Right everyone's paying down now. You win what you get.
I'm actually having fun with these now instead of getting too much more frustrated.
So what do you guys want to do now that I'm down at the end of the things? I skipped a whole bunch of them. You guys want to bid on each one individual? Put names in individually for each one? Or do you just want to list a whole bunch of names and you get what you get?
Oops, I used Steam again. I'm so used to using Steam. It screws me brain up. It screws me brain up.
Well, I'm sorry, Diane, you didn't win it yet. She said, but I asked for that one.
She did.
See, Vicky likes that idea. Get what you get. Okay, then we'll go back to writing down names and get what you get. But I was way up here at Aunt Bee's Sewing was the last name I wrote down, so I have no clue where the heck I'm at.
You guys realize I'm actually enjoying myself here, being silly, making a mess.
Okay, Quilting for the Soul, Sarah, right?
Yes.
I already got her. Jim Bennett, I don't think.
There we go. Much better.
These giveaways are hard to keep up with, Tiffany.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, MP I already got. Lisa Peg, I think I got. Yep, I got Lisa Peg.
Remember, you gotta tell us now if you want to win a block.
Well, I'm way back up. You had me go way back up.
Make sure that if you didn't put your yes that you want one down, then Scott won't write it down and he won't.
CJ, go give me some more papers. Any paper. I need a piece of paper. Find me a piece of paper. Give me one of Trana. Anything that has a clean bag. Your Marine Corps paper out there in the recycle. I don't care. Okay, any paper. Oh my gosh, I don't have Diane on here. Okay, Diane, I got you now. I thought you were. Carol Green.
Yeah, more space.
Yes, I need. Vicky, I gotcha.
So if you win, you only get one block. It's just for fun. This is just for me to share.
Teresa, don't worry about the numbers. You're already on here.
This is just for me having fun, hanging out with you guys.
Jean Saunders, your number got you entered into winning a block. I got you, Vicky.
They aren't.
Brenda, it's just a block if you want one. I'll spring Canada. If it's something bigger, I may not, so you might want to.
It's just going in a regular envelope, so it doesn't matter if you live in another country right now because it's going in a regular envelope. So it's 50 cents for some to mail and however much for the rest, I think. You know what I mean? Whatever it costs to send a piece of mail now in a regular envelope. So those of you who are out of the country, here's your chance finally. You know what I mean? It may be something very, very small, but this will probably be the only time you can ever ship out of the country. Because it's just a regular mail type envelope. That's all these are going to go in. All right, let's press this one, trim it, and another. This one's funky.
Don't worry, Elaine. I'll send it postage. You don't have to send me a letter postage. Unless you live in like Timbuktu or something like that. But don't worry.
No, we're good. My random whenever I feel like it giveaways. This is just so that those of you who've always wanted something by me, and I don't do merchandise or anything right now, you know, you get a chance to have something made by me.
Carluccio. Thought I was
All right, so here's another block.
Oh, that's nice of you, Kathleen. Thank you. Kathleen stopped and prayed for you since we're getting frustrated.
She what?
Stopped and prayed for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Cheryl
Oops.
B, I got you. Gwen Wilson, I have you now.
So this one has some funky angles in it. And the diamond fabric that I just used, like I could tell you all the quilts that all these are in. You guys just saw me use this stuff. You just saw me use this in my Speedy Racy thing. This is the back of one quilt, the back of one quilt. This is in one of my, actually I have an extra piece left over of that one. Maybe somewhere. Or not. It's either way.
Oh, John is on. They're all saying hi to you, honey.
Hey,
Cindy
hey,
and Mitch and
hey.
everyone, Mom, they're all watching you.
All right, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, Patricia, you're on
5,
there.
6. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there's 6 blocks. Let's make some more. Let's make a crumb one while I'm here.
For all you guys, John Livengood there, that's my mom's husband. That's my mother, Marie. She's watching with John, and that's his sister, Cindy, and his brother-in-law, Mitch. They're all watching and joining in. They live right up the street.
I told you guys before, Scott's mom lives down the street from us. Literally, physically, literally down the street.
Okay, June, I don't think I have you. I'm getting you on here, though. I have a June Hansen, not you, June Billings. So now I got June Billings.
I'm going to start with that in the center of my crumb block here. So it's not going to be much of a block. This is going to be not much of a block. I'm going to start with that. This one's going to
Beverly
be
Atkins, you're on there.
a little bit more design. Make a straight line right here. Go away. There we go. I want that.
Holy cow, Nita says a single letter to go to England is $2.25. That's crazy, Nita, but let's still send it.
All right. That's one more.
Hi, Mom and John. I'm here. I just read the comments.
He's my comment reader so that I can concentrate on what I'm doing here. Oh, look at that. I have a block already started right here. Just add some strings to this and this will be a block. So I'm going to do that with that.
Okay, I'm all caught up with names. When she's done, I'll read all your names to make sure I got everyone. See who wants to win a block. She's not talking now. Maybe I'll just read them now.
Yeah, he can make sure right this very second because I'm like in that stuck in my phasey moment right now. Making my mess, having fun.
Okay. I got Teresa Louise. I got Kathleen Champ. I got Elaine F. I got Lisa Pegg. I got Sarah. I got Beverly Atkins. I got June Hansen. I got Aunt B's Sewing. I got Kim Burris. I got Gene Sanders. I got Jim Bennett. I got Cheryl B. I got Little D Cross. I got Diane 57. You're on there. Carol Green. Vicky Lemire. Patricia Carluccio. Gwen Wilson. And June Billings. Anyone else I didn't get? Tell me now because I'm actually caught up. John, if you're still watching, put your name on there if you want one for your sister or whatever. She can take a block home with her.
A quilt block, that's all it is.
Yep.
If you pay for it, I'll turn it into a pot holder.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll show them once again. Here's the coolest one, in my opinion, the mess up, which Tiff was having a bit of an issue with earlier. I still think it's the best one. There's another one. I like this one, of course, because the camo in it. And that black. That black is cool. Here's the blue one. this one with the animals. I think that's nifty too. Then again, I like all her work, so. Here's the last one. Now see, she was so worried about this one, and I still think this is the coolest, just because it's all, I don't know, it's abstract. There, seems to be the word for it. My art teacher might, applaud me for remembering that. It's sort of abstract looking. Okay, John, you're entered. Hopefully Cindy will win one to go home. Cindy, is that your last name? Zakula? That's an interesting name.
I'm throwing things now, right? Can you tell? Try not to trim the papers off when you make paper piece blocks like this, because you don't want to lose the template. Because what your paper actually is now a template when you do it this way. So you want to make sure you're keeping everything
That's a nifty name. I like that.
in line.
Yes, Diane, I know. We'll see. Hopefully you'll win. We got 72 people watching, honey.
Wow. That's great.
She's partial to it as well.
Who? What?
Cindy's last name, I was commenting on it. John said she's partial to it as well. Oh, Nita, I don't have you? Okay. I'll get you on here. That's why I'm reading the names ahead of time. Make sure I get everyone.
And I'll sign them because I have fabric markers.
Yes, we do. One of our lovely fans sent us some a little while ago, so thank you very much, because
Send
she
me
actually
some what?
used all hers up, fabric markers.
Oh, yeah.
You had a fan send you some a while ago. Maybe you've used them all up again since then because you go through them, but I know. We're doing a giveaway, guys. You don't have to pay for it to be shipped to you. But if you guys want and you want to buy something from her, we have quilts for sale still. Or we could make you your own special block you could actually buy.
Help out in any way, I do have a GoFundMe. It has been there forever and a day. 99 cents or more always helps out. That's if you want. It's all on you. I don't actually encourage anybody donating to me. I don't ask. I do this for free. This is just me having fun teaching you guys, so I don't expect anything.
I got you on there now, Nita. You're on there. Don't worry. I'll read all the names off one more time before we pull them, but I got you on there. Yes, John.
This is just me doing this for the love of what I love to do, which is this.
Suan, do you mean you want to join in? You want to be on the drawing? You want your name entered to win a block? Is that what you're asking? Because yes, you can join. I'll throw you on there.
And I'm going to leave the papers on them from now on. So.
Sonia Jones, you're on there too.
All right.
Cindy wants to know how much a pot holder might cost. John's sister, Sydney.
I don't know. Ask the people that are watching. They've made pot holders. I don't sell pot holders usually, but I can make them because I have some hanging on my wall. I don't use them, but I can make them. I have to go buy the Insulbright, which costs, I think it's $7 or $8.99 for the bag that they have at Walmart. Remember I showed you that one day? I don't remember how big it is. I can get like, I don't know, 4 things done out of it.
Okay.
It depends too if she wants a hand pot holder. Remember I had trouble with the hand pot holder last time that I made one. Oops, be retarded, Tiffy, don't be retarded.
Well, it depends too, John. Does she want the hand pot holder, the kind that open and close, or does she just want a regular square rectangle?
All right, here's another block. This one is fussy cut.
Oh, that's nice. I like this sort of Indian Native American style in the middle there.
Southwest.
Southwest style, whatever.
Same thing.
Sorry.
And it has a cat peeking out. Oh, it's funny.
She wants a regular square.
No, it depends if she wants. If I get some Insulbright for it, it's like 7. How many days is she here for? She can just come over and talk about it later.
How many days is she here for, John?
So there's that one done. Let's make one more because I have this already started. So what I'm going to do is just add to it. But I'm also going to add to it by laying it on the paper like this, just so I can have somewhat of a line to work with here. And we're going to use some from the Crumb bin.
How many more days is she here for, John? Did you hear me? Oh, just Monday, leaving Tuesday morning. Oh. Well, she can come over now and talk to Tiffy about it. She can even say hi on the live if she wants.
Or she can stay off the live and come over and say hi as soon as the live is done, and then we can talk then. And
Either way.
it can be shipped to her when finished.
Either way.
Just gonna add this because it's gonna be a super dinky corner right there. It's weird just adding to right here. This locked right now. I can clean up my mess when I'm finished.
I meant she can come down here, John. We're soon done. She can come on
Yeah,
down.
as soon as I give everything away, I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'm just right now finishing off by sewing these pieces on here so we can give this stuff away.
She says she loves your work.
Perfect. See, this one got a woofie right there.
I see. I like it.
Not better way to end it, but with black. Because I love the color and everything. Alright, and this is the last one, and I'm gonna press it, trim it, and be done. This one really doesn't have much paper left on it because this one I was already almost made block. Is probably what was left when I started making T-quilt block swaps. Blocks from the block swap when I did T-quilts blocks swap.
T-quilts block swap.
Thank you.
There you go.
So this is just probably what was left over from it when I started piecing things together for it, because I was having fun making a disaster, and now I just made another disaster. All right, move this out of the way. I got a big disaster to clean up.
Oh, John, just send her down when we're done. We'll be done soon. She can come down and hang out for a bit.
All right, here's the next block. This one went quick only because this portion right here was already made. So this one doesn't have much paper to tear off. All right, so
Let's show them all one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances to win here, guys. So for those of you who wanted to enter, hopefully you entered your name because we're gonna draw all
Everyone's
these
only gonna
now.
win one.
Most have paper already on them. I'm gonna hold them all up now. I will sign them all somewhere on the fabric wherever I can get my name in. With whatever color marker.
I have over 30 people entered, so we're only gonna win one each.
Yeah, one chance to you know what I mean? 8 people will win. So again, I'm gonna hold them all up. So here's one. Tell me if that's a good angle because I can't tell honestly. Okay, good. Focus.
Yes, that's a good angle.
All right, here's number 2. Here's the mess up block that everybody likes.
Cindy should come down and look at every one of Tiff's quilts and then see she could take one home with her.
And this one still has some. No, it doesn't. That's just the look of the fabric. Or is that paper? It looks like paper. It is paper, isn't it? No, it's not. It's fabric. That's from those corners. All right. Then there's this one. This one. Again, I'm going to be leaving the paper on these when I send them in the mail. And they're just going to go in a regular envelope. This one. This one's a very simple one. You can even get it with my hair.
Yeah. Even comes with the hair.
It even comes with my hair. You want my DNA? There you go. There's this one. And the last one, this one.
I like the original. I got to admit, even though it's got a lot of pink in it.
Well, that wasn't the original. I actually started with this one, then did this one, then did this one.
Well, this one was your mess up. Sorry. I still like that one.
All right, so 8 chances to win.
Okay, we have Teresa Louise, Kathleen Champ, Elaine F., Lisa Pegg, Sarah, Beverly Atkins, June Hanson, Aunt B Sewing, Kim Burris, Jean Saunders, Jim Bennett, Cheryl B., Little D Cross, Diane, 57, Carol Green, Vicky Lemire, Patricia Carluccio, Gwen Wilson, June Billings, Cindy Zakula, John Livengood, Nita Henderson, Sue-Ann Ballard, Sonia Jones. Teresa Louise, didn't I have you on here?
Yep.
Yep, I have you, Teresa.
Hold on, this scribbly one, wherever it is that one name?
Jean Saunders.
But you didn't mean to write, you meant to.
No,
Yeah,
Jean
okay.
Saunders. June Hanson, you're on here.
Right there, June Hanson.
Yep.
I'm going to
Okay.
put these into a bucket and draw a name.
Do we have a bucket? Should I have CJ get us a bowl?
Yeah, get me a bowl.
CJ, get us a big bowl.
And
The
we're
purple or
going
the
to fold
yellow
them
one
so
that
that
we
we
use
can't
for,
see the names when we go to draw them.
You know, one of those
That
Technics
way,
bowls.
this is 100% all equal and legit. They're all different. They're all folded exactly the same. We'll just reach in and grab a paper. We're going to do this 8 papers. Because there is 8 blocks to win, and that will have made a fun Sew Sunday video. I'm going to cheat here. I don't usually use blades for anything. I have a paper blade, but this is very, very thin paper.
Yes, it is. It's the receipts from the library.
That was hard to do.
Get a bowl?
These were stuck in each other.
Oh, does that mean they're dirty or?
No, they're the same size, so they're stuck in each other.
CJ, you're going to be the name drawer.
No. CJ, you want to draw names? That way we know it's fair? No. He didn't want to draw names, guys. Can you believe that? We're just folding them in half?
Yep, just folding them in half. Throwing them in here.
Okay, we're only drawing 8, right?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone's name is entered once?
Yep.
We're drawing 8. Tiffy's gonna, whoa.
Tiffy's going to make a mess.
Tiffy's gonna do it, but she's gonna make a mess.
Okay, they're all mixed up. Here we go. Here's the fun part. You guys can see I'm not looking, and we have Lisa Pegg, winner number 1.
Lisa, send us your address. We will try and mail it out tomorrow.
Email me your address, all you winners, and all 8 names that are getting drawn. Just going to put them here. It doesn't mean you're winning that quilt. I just need to make sure I remember where the names are. All right, next one. This is actually funner than pressing a random name generator.
I agree.
This is more Jim Bennett. You are number 2.
Send us your address, Jim.
Some people I probably already have your address, but just send it to me again anyway, just because it's probably been a long time. And there's 2 fill out, so both these names are getting drawn. We got Sarah.
That's the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yep, Quilting for the Soul. We got June Hansen. Since 2 fell out on that one.
What are we at, 4?
We got Cindy Zakula.
Cindy, you won.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have another one that fell, or did this blow?
I have no idea.
No, okay, that's not a blower.
I have no idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3 more. Nita Henderson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Kathleen Champ. Sometimes I can't read my husband's. All right, 1 more. Oh my, I'm pulling for you on this one, Diane. I really am. And last one, John Livengood. Are you even going to make a quilt out of it? Just asking, John.
I don't know
All
if
right.
John really wants one.
He entered his name.
I think he was entering more for...
All right, so we got June, Lisa, Jim, Sarah, Cindy, Nita, Kathleen, and John. All of you guys send me your email except for John, and that's Cindy too, because I already know where you guys are. And send me your address in the email that is in the description below. Tiffany_Groff_Quilting_Designs_ at Yahoo, or not, no more underscore. It ends with designs at yahoo.com. Tiffany_Groff_Quilting_Designs at yahoo.com. I know it's the hardest email ever, but there is all 8. You're going to get a random one. I'm not even going to tell you which one. You're just going to get one. How's that sound? Because I don't feel like doing any choosing or fighting.
Jim wants to send you a piece of heat-proof liner for the pot holder, but what size?
He wants me to make a pot holder out of the piece that he wants.
Ask him.
Is that what you want, Jim? Do you want me to make a pot holder out of whatever one I choose for you?
Because Jim, you did win. He asked that earlier, though. I think he was just trying to send you something.
Send you a piece of the heat-proof liner for the pot holder. What size?
Yeah, he asked you that way earlier.
Was it a question?
No,
Or
he was just being nice.
Oh,
He
I can
asked
just go to Walmart and get it.
I don't know. He did ask you that earlier. I didn't see the big bar there.
Perfect pot holder. Cindy and Marie on their way down. I don't know how far the house is. I can't say exactly when they'll be here. I knew it. I'm having a bad year. Go figure. Diane, don't be bad. Don't be sad. There is always giveaways on my channel, and they're always random, raw, and just random and rare. Sometimes they're rare because sometimes we can't do it because we can't afford it. So here's all the winners. I am not choosing your block now. I'm just going to lay them right here. I'm going to lay my cutter on them. I'm going to stop.
Guess I don't want
Move
fighting
it out of
over
the
who
way.
gets what block. You
I'm
get
just sending whatever happens in whatever envelope. That's how it's going to work. All right. Anything else? Congratulations
hi.
to all the winners.
They were praying for you when you were having a rough moment earlier. Say thank you for that.
Yes, thank you guys for the prayers and all the craziness. How many more names entered? 1, 2.
There was over 30 names.
4,
8 people won, so there's probably around 30 names.
8, 9, 10. If I get bored, the last 16 names in there could get something else. We'll see. Maybe if I come on another episode. That's a lot for us to send in the mail right now. So
Yeah.
we'll see. You guys already, like part of this whole thing. So you guys were sticking around for us having fun. How much postage does it cost to mail out a quilt block? I have no idea. You guys
Probably
all
around
mailed,
$1. I don't
it's
know.
probably around $1. You guys mailed me quilt blocks before, so I don't know. I don't mail just quilt blocks. I mail like fat quarter bundles and things like that. I've mailed. I've never
Jim
mailed
just
just
wants
a
to
quilt
send you
block.
one to make for the family member, for Cindy.
Oh no, I can do that. I'm good. I thought you were making from family
Well, we
member.
always take donations, Jim. If you do want to send her some,
Yeah.
that's fine. Half the stuff we make on here comes from donations. A lot of these scraps and stuff.
Yeah.
We are big Walmart fabric buyers, but that was when Walmart had fabric. Right now, with
But-
the whole Corona thing,
A lot of the stuff you guys just watched me make is in quilts that I've already made in a video. So, like I said, you guys saw me use all this stuff. All right. Well, I am glad you guys all stuck around. And don't forget, guys, for those of you who did not win, just keep it in mind. I've got lots of phone book paper and
Yeah,
lots
there's a
of
lot here.
scraps to use. Just it can't be
Mhm.
all at once, but you guys were there, you entered this video. Those that won, you're getting it, it's coming out to you. As soon as I fold it up, sign it, fold it up, and put it in the mail.
we need your addresses.
But make sure you have your addresses emailed to me, or I won't be able to send them to you. So all right, so if you heard your name called, I'm not going to repeat myself. Don't forget, if you are new to my channel, subscribe down that way, like my videos, share them with your friends. Today was just showing you guys how to paper piece that turned into a give them all away, because there's nothing else better to do than share the love of a block that you guys can turn into something that's made by me. So I'm
Sean-
gonna sign them all.
Sean
and that'll
says you
be it.
have a new viewer. Cindy is hooked.
All right. Well, I thank you guys all for joining. Me and Scott are going to do movie time after I'm finished with talking potholders in a few minutes, because Mom will probably be here in just a few minutes, because they just literally live right there.
Yep, there's 7 houses up the street.
And I'll probably be out of this room in another hour from now. We'll see. I showed her quilts yesterday. I tell everyone that comes over, this is what I have for sale when they ask. I show them everything that I have right now. 90% of the time, though, they want something custom made. So whatever.
Yep, John says they're on their way.
All right. Well, I will see you guys next Sunday and or before then, because now I've made myself a mess and the only way to clean it up is to sew it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Sew Sunday. And you probably won't see me on Insomniacs very much this week, because I haven't been getting much, I'm screwing my daytime schedule up with all this sleeping. So my nighttime, I need to go to bed is what I'm trying to say, at like 11 p.m. So yeah, you probably won't see me that much this week till I can get myself back on my normal schedule. Other than that, I'll try to throw in as many videos as I can. And if you don't see me till next Sunday, I'll still be here Sunday. So love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.